שלום לכולם ישראליתים במזרח התיכון, בברזיל, בצפון אמריקה, במרכז אמריקה, בדרום אמריקה, באסיה, באירופה, באוקיאניה ובכל ארבעות כנפות של הארץ. כאן הזקן אסף בנמי קריספין, ראש או זקן של יישוב ישראלית בעיר פריירה ברל. Shalom to all Israelites all over the world, principally in Brazil, in North America, South America, Central America, Asia, Oceania, Europe, and the Middle East. Here, the elder Assaf Benami Crispin, Zaken, shall YHUH'S Israelite in Brazil. And our aim is to reach all the Israelites of the 12 tribes that have been dispersed all over the world, to go back the Torah, the statutes and judges, Hukim v'mishpatim, who came out from YHUH'S mouth. This is aim. And today, this morning, we're going to study the Torah, and I hope that the Ruach HaKodesh and may open the minds and the hearts of many Israelites all over the world. And we're going to study the Torah. Before that, I would like to say you that has been listening to me that our main purpose is to speak about the Torah, because the Torah is the Raim Shelanu, is our lives, and we're going to gather together in all the countries to return back to our land, Israel, promised land, if we keep the commandments of the Torah. And I would like to ask you that follow me in Hizkiyahu, or Hizkiyahu, chapter 36, verses 27 and 28. 27 and 28. Hizkiyahu, chapter 36, verse 27 and 28. Well, and put my spirits within you, and I shall cause you to walk in my laws, O Torah, and guard my right rulings, and shall do them. 28. And you shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and you shall be my people, and I shall be your Elohim. All many religions claims to be the people of the Eternal One, but the people of Eternal One is the people that keeps His Torah, that makes His will, keeping His commandment, His Torah. It's written in Shemot chapter Shemot, chapter 19, and verse 5 and 6. And now, if you diligently obey my voice, and shall guard my covenant, then you shall be my treasured possession above all the peoples, for all the earth is mine. And you shall be to me a reign of priests, and a set-apart nation. Those are the words which you are to speak to the children of Israel. And I'm repeating these children to you, Bnei Yashru, children of Israel. If you note well the preposition if, that denotes a condition. If you keep my commandments, you will be my people, not religion. And the Eternal One invites all of you to get out from the religion, to come out from the religion, and to keep the commandments of the Torah. Well, but let's study the commandments of the Torah now. We stopped it in the item 170, and now we're going to the item 171. Laws concerning the duty of the community and observing the authority of YHUH'S laws and YHUH'S anointed. 171. Every male 20 years old and above must give half a shekel to the temple of YHUH annually. Shemot, Exodus, chapter 30, verses 12 to 16. Shemot, chapter 30, verse 12 to 16. Every male 20 years old and above must give half a shekel to the temple of YHUH annually. When you take the census of the children of Israel to register them, then each one shall give an atonement for his life to YHUH. When you register them, so that there is no plague among them when you register them. Everyone among those who are registered is to give this, half a shekel according to the shekel of the set-apart place, 20 gerahs being a shekel. The half shekel is the contribution to YHUH. Everyone passing over to be registered from 20 years old and above gives a contribution to YHUH. The rich does not give more, and the poor does not give less than half a shekel. When you give a contribution to YHUH to make atonement for yourself, and you shall take the silver for the atonement from the children of Israel, and give it for the service of the tent of meeting. And it shall be to the children of Israel for a remembrance before YHUH to make atonement for yourselves. Well, let's read in the oral law. The oral law, it is the words that the Eternal One blew in the ears of the persons in the past because there was any written language, there was any written grammar, there was any written course of language. Just the Eternal One blew into the ears of the man, like Job said. Well, this item 171, Bereshit 10, Bereshit 10, Bereshit 10. From verses 30, Bereshit 10, from 30 to 31. And their dwelling place was from Mesha, as you go towards Shephar, a mountain of the east. These were the sons of Shem, according to their clans, according to their language, in their lands, according to their nations. Those were the clans of the sons of Noah, according to their generation, in their nations. And from these the nations were divided on the earth after the flood. Well, if you read carefully the chapter 10, from verse 1 until 29, you are going to see that there was a census of the Noah's family, of the people here. And certainly they fulfilled this offering because the census, because it was in the oral law. Well, now let's see it. This item 171. Lucas chapter 2, verse 1-5. Luke, chapter 2, verse 1-5. And it came to be in those days that a decree went out from Caesar Augustus for all the world to be registered. This took place as a first registration while Quirin was governing Syria, and all were going to be registered, each one to his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, to Yehuda, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house at lineage of David. Well, then you can see that the census existed, Qayamet, in the times of Noah, in the times of YHUH ben Yosef, and when all the Israelites made a census, they needed to fulfill this commandment. The commandments, very, very interesting, because they must give their offerings according to the Torah. According to the Torah. Well, let's go to other item 172. Listen to and obey Yahweh's anointed servants, the overseer of the temple of Yahweh. Well, I would like to add a commentary here. And we can see here that in this item 171, Shemot 30, let's return back a little. Shemot 30 or Exodus 30, 12 to 16. When you take the census of the children of Israel to register them, then each one shall give an atonement for his life to Yahweh when you register them, so that there is no plague among them when you register them. Everyone among those who are registered is to give this, half a shekel, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, 20 gerahs being a shekel. The half shekel is the contribution to Yahweh. Everyone passing over to be registered from 20 years old and above gives a contribution to Yahweh. The rich does not give more, and the poor does not give less than half a shekel. When you give a contribution to Yahweh to make atonement for yourself. And you shall take the silver for the atonement for the children of Israel, and give it for the servants of the tent of meeting. And it shall be to the children of Israel for a remembrance before Yahweh, to make atonement for yourselves. Then, because that Yahushua was evaluated for 30 pieces of silver. Okay. And by a certain children of Israel, not by everybody, by a certain children of Israel. Well, listen to and obey Yahweh's anointed servant, the overseer of the temple of Yahweh. Devarim 18, Devarim 18, verses 15 to 19. Yahweh your Elohim shall raise up for you a prophet like me from your midst, from your brothers. Listen to him, according to all you asked of Yahweh your Elohim in Horeb, in the day of the assembly, saying, let me not hear again the voice of Yahweh my Elohim, nor let me see this great fire anymore, lest I die. And Yahushua said to me, what they have spoken is good. And Yahweh said to me, what they have spoken is good. I shall raise up for them a prophet like you out of the midst of their brothers. And I shall put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak to them all that I commanded him. And it shall be, the man who does not listen to my words, which he speaks in my name, I require each of him. Well, the people of Israel always had problems to accept the prophets. They persecuted the majority of the people, of the prophets, like Yirmiyahu, Ishayahu, Amos, Hiskiahu, and the others. Because the majority of the people of Israel renewed them. And they renewed now Yahushua ben Yosef. This prophet, this is my, like an elder. This is my comment. This is my this is my commentary or my evaluation. And I believe so. This man that Moshe speaks, that the Eternal will raise up after him, he was YHUH ben Yosef. And many amongst the people of Israel denied him. And until now, the majority of the people, not only Israelites, but the majority of the nations, deny him like a prophet, like a kohen, like a judge, like a man sent by the Eternal One. And it's important to notice that verse 18, and it shall be the man who does not listen to my words, which he speaks in my name, I require each of him. YHUH came in Yahweh's name. I came in my Father's name, and you didn't receive me. If another one comes in his name, that one you will receive it. And it occurred in the midst of Israel people. Well, our time is very short, and now let's read this item 171 in the Torah in YHUH'S time, in his Talmudin's time. Luke chapter 12, Luke chapter 12. Luke chapter 2, verse 1. Luke chapter 24, verse 44, 45. Luke chapter 24, verses 44, 45, to finalize. And he said to them, these are the words which I spoke to you while I was still with you, that all have to be filled, that were written in the Torah of Moshe, and the prophets, and the Psalms, Tehillim, concerning me. Then he opened their minds to understand the scriptures, and said to them, thus it has been written, and so it was necessary for the Messiah to suffer and to rise again from the dead the third day. Then it was written in the Torah. And I believe it. And those that keeps the commandments of the Eternal One believes it, because everything is a law. And the law is a net that will cover up all the inhabitants of the earth. Shalom to you and your family. Shalom lekulam. Shalom lebnei Israel. Yoah Baruch atav ramishpaha gam. Zot rabracha sheli. Shalom, shalom.